Hello me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody's week is going okay. What day are we? We're on Tuesday. So yeah, I've been back at work a couple of days and I've been meaning for, well, it was a week ago today actually that I did the London vlog. So it was a week ago that the deck I'm about to show you I purchased from Watkins, and I don't know why, but I've kind of been putting off doing the review for it because it's not very often that I'm a little bit stumped by a deck. That doesn't mean that I don't like it, because I do. But this deck is kind of its own thing, and there's a couple of things in there that don't quite sit right with me, and I don't think I'm going to be using this as a traditional, well, it's not a traditional tarot deck, that's my opinion. And I'd originally gone into Watkins, to buy the Robert M. Place decks that I showed the other day, but to try and find ZeppelinMoon's Oracle, which is called Blooming Lovelies, because I really like that, and actually as an Oracle deck, I think it would work quite well. It is a little bit out there, a little bit irreverent, and I quite like that, just for, you know, pulling a card and having a bit of a giggle with it, but also having a bit of a punchy message and something for me to reflect on and consider. But when I went in there, they didn't have any, but they did have their tarot deck, and I didn't think it was too badly priced for an independent deck. So I don't know if you'll see that, but it was $32.99, which for an independent deck I don't think is too bad. It also comes in this lovely drawstring bag, which is very soft. It's like a crushed velvet, very soft crushed velvet. I believe the Oracle also comes in one of these bags as well. But this is called Zoomies, and it's a tarot by ZeppelinMoon. Now, had this been in cellophane, then I would have done an unboxing and you would have got my first impressions. But because it wasn't, I've also kind of had a look at the deck, and the little fold out. It's not a little white book, it's a fold out that comes with this. And I've been very sort of bemused by it. And I thought, actually, I didn't get the Oracle version, but I think I'll probably use this more as an Oracle. And I think I need to put a bit of a caveat there, because there will be people who's perhaps not familiar too much with divination systems. A tarot is an oracle. Let's be honest. An oracle is something that is knowledgeable. An oracle is something that can be consulted for insights. An oracle can also be used for divination purposes, to get glimpses into the future, if you believe, all that kind of thing. And a tarot does all those things. The only difference is a tarot is a set structure, usually in the main, 99.9% of the time, 78 cards, made up of a major arcana and 4 suits representing the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. They also have 16 courts, 4 for each of the suits. That's the structure, basically, of a tarot, whereas an oracle deck it doesn't usually have that sort of structure, although you do get some oracles that have suits, but there'll be any number of cards. I've got an oracle deck that only has something like 26 cards, I think it is, and I've got some that have over 100. But they'll just give you kind of keywords, affirmations, all that sort of thing. Now, by the way that Zoomies, which says a tarot by ZeppelinMoon, is the messages on it, I don't really, in most of the cases, not all of them, don't link them to my kind of understanding of the tarot and its structure. And some of the the suits have been renamed and don't really align again with my kind of take on the tarot. But anyway, I'm going to bring the camera down and we'll have a look at this deck in closer detail. Okay, so firstly, let's take a look at this. So this is Guide to Zoomies. And as I mentioned, it is just a fold out like this. I'll have to show it kind of in parts. And let's have a little bit about what ZeppelinMoon says here. I felt compelled to create a tarot deck. Tarot, tarot, tarot sang in my head constantly. Respecting the rich history of this highly revered tradition, I immersed myself into researching classical tarot designs, interpretation, and mystical symbolism. I derived the root structure of the tarot from the Rider-Waite set of 1909, which is my preferred tarot tradition. The guide in your hands references the classical Rider-Waite suits and card names. See, that's something I don't necessarily agree with, alongside my new suits and card names. Okay, so what she's saying is it will reference it here. I'm with her. I thought she meant the cards referenced the RWS. My mistake. So the guide in your hands references the classical Rider-Waite suits and card alongside my new suits and card names to aid traditional reading for those who wish. So that's helpful. I think that's a really good thing to include. Whilst maintaining the structure of 22 major arcana cards, 56 minor arcana cards, and the spirit of a journey of enlightenment, I have been more liberal with artistic content. I set no specific topics or intentions other than to share what I have gratefully learned from the animals. And then she just says, as far as divination goes, I do not give any time to upside downisms, negative vibes, or fear mongering. While light cannot exist without darkness, life is not a dichotomy of black and white, but an infinite rainbow. Yep, I agree. Okay, so if we look at this, where does it start? Okay, so the Fool would be in the traditional tarot, a 0. We have Babe, and it does give you, in brackets, the Fool, absolute legend, she who they run to, home, empower. So you see the changes, which is fine. Every card is changed, but it does give you in brackets what the associated RWS archetype would be. I mean, that's not a stretch. 10, a fair go round, the Wheel of Fortune, Revelations, Old Tree, Immortality for the Death card, Gadzooks for the Devil. So that gives you your major arcana. We've got Stardust rather than Star, Great Darkness, Shake His Hands and Pour a Cup of Light for the Moon, Up You Come for the Judgment, I quite like that, and Everything, Every Hair, All at Once for the World. Then we have the minors. So we have waves, okay, and we have a title for each card, so Mud Skippers, Sapling, Pandas, Eye of the Hippo, etc. Wands. But then we have wings and words. Now, wings is the earth suit, which again would, for me, I would struggle with that, because for me that would be the air suit, which they're having as words, because mind and consciousness, clarity, you know, that's about the mind, the air suit. But wings for earth, yeah. Waves, I've got no issues with. That's a water suit, ebb and flow, heart and emotions. Wands is the life force, that fire, that desire, that passion. So it's just the wings and the words that I just wish it, even if it was something like rocks or crystals or, you know, anything that's more earthy, trees, I don't know, just wings for earth. I don't know if I can get my head around that. And then we have the faculties rather than the courts. So the scholar, warrior, oracle and sage. We're used to seeing, particularly more and more so now in modern decks, the courts is very often amongst newer tarot enthusiasts are seeing courts as being quite outdated as a kind of, you know, in this modern world, having kings and queens and knights and pages and all that does feel very much of a different time. I live in a country that has a monarchy, so it doesn't, you know, I'm kind of used to kings and queens, etc. Perhaps not so much having knights, but, you know, that's the stuff of fairy tales, isn't it? We're used to it from an early age. But they have faculties. So the scholar is playful enthusiasm, which, you know, the page is very much a youthful, playful, enthusiastic characteristic. Warrior for a knight, that's fine. Valiant, these are words we associate with the knights. I've got that song from school playing in my head now, when a knight wore his spurs in the stories of old. The oracle for perhaps the queen, but and that's around magical alchemy, and then the sage for the king, masterful genius. But that's not, you know, necessarily king or queen. This is a different. Although it does say it here, actually, oracle, queen, sage, king, which is fine. I've seen quite a few decks where the queen is, you know, in the position of a king. Plus 22 epics. So looking at it at a glance, 78 cards, 56 vitals, which are the minor arcana. I like the fact that they're called vitals, because that's one of the issues I have with Majors Only deck. I find that, you know, life isn't all about big, huge events. It's about the little things, made up of little things, and they are vital things. And then we have the 4 camaraderies for each suit. We have wings, words, ways, and wands. It's all the W's, I never realised. And maybe that's, maybe they can't think of a W word to represent the earth. I'm trying to think of some now. And then the 4 faculties. And then you've got your 22 epics. The big life things. So that, at a glance, is kind of a sheet that you can reference to get your meanings, because, yeah, this deck is very, very different. It's a tuck box, but it's a nice tuck box. It's got a nice rose petal finish. I love the rainbow design. This is hand illustrated, hand drawn, and I love that about the deck. This set contains 78 tarot cards, a guidebook, bit liberal there saying a guidebook. All artwork is hand-drawn and painted with watercolours, oil and pen for you by Amber Fossey, aka ZeppelinMoon. I didn't realise her name was Amber Fossey. Check Watkins' website as well, because when I was in there and inquiring about the oracle, they said if you want to come back in September, Amber is going to be at Watkins and she's going to be signing decks. So she says, if you want to bring this back, here's a receipt, and she'll sign it. But I said, you know, I'm not from London, so I wouldn't be able to do that. I've got a lot of incense smoke coming this way now, and no matter what I do, I think it's because the kitchen window's open. But anyway, let's see how we get on. Yeah, so quite a sturdy tuck box, but again, it comes in a bag as well, so you don't even need to keep them in the box if you did want to. It is a very thick deck. It's a nice substantial deck. Cardstock is nice and thick. I like thicker cardstock. I know not everybody does, but these are the backs as well, which I think are adorable. I mean, there's lots of creatures in this deck that are so cute. Obviously, it's not reversible, but She did say in the little pull out that there are no reverse meanings because she doesn't want to focus on, you know, on reversed meanings. It's a deck of positivity, really. Okay, I'm just conscious of the light if I move it because the evening sun is coming down into view. So, Babe, you remind me of the Babe. That's our full card. And it says, first, they call you crazy. So you do get these little quotes, these little keywords. What I love about this, though, is the illustration. I think it's gorgeous. And not so much for the majors, but certainly when we get to the minors, you'll perhaps understand why I'm going to use this more as a one card pull in place of an oracle. So I'll still do my tarot spreads each day, but I'll perhaps pull one of this like is in place of pulling an oracle card. Absolute legend. Love that little sloth lot. Yeah, I love it. In the I nearly said Charles Atlas. It's not Charles Atlas. I can't think of the arts piece that's inspired by. She who they run to in place of our High Priestess card. Home, this is our Empress, which is gorgeous. We've got the pomegranates in each corner, dissected pomegranates shown in both front and back. Love it. Empower rather than Emperor. We've got this eye of a dragon here, this tiny little mouse, look. And then we have knowledge. I like how they've done that with the owl reference there, and with this crystal ball, beautiful amethyst crystal ball. But knowledge for our Hierophant card. An unholy alliance of misfits for our lovers, which is cute, isn't it? Look, I mean, yeah, it's a cute deck. Interstellar Zoomies for the Chariot. Look at this sun. And then we have Vitality. I'm assuming, well, she said, you know, strength. She was following RWS. Our Hermit is Kitchen Disco. We do have this little hermit crab, but it's got a glitter ball on its back for its shell. And it's the Kitchen Disco. I'm not quite sure why Kitchen Disco. Doesn't want to end up in a kitchen, I'm sure. A fair-go-round for the Wheel of Fortune. Look at this little creature here. Sloth makes an appearance quite a few times. Revelations for our Justice card. The Old Tree for the Hanged One or Hangman card. I mean, it's a beautiful illustration. We have Immortality for Death. Wow, we've got this dinosaur skeleton here on display. And then this other creature looking in that's very much alive. An observer here. And we've got the Vesica Pisces here, which is interesting. Totally bodacious, cha-cha-cha. It's very different, isn't it? And then our Devil, sorry, that was what would be the Temperance card. And I get it, I get the Temperance reference there. Gadzooks for the Devil. We've got this Sacred Geometry happening here. And the Flower of Life. Sweet Fever Dreams for the Tower. Stardust. It's cute. This one's interesting. So this is the cover of the box without the kangaroo on it. It says, greet the darkness, shake his hand and pour a cup of light for the moon. A round of applause for the sun. Always worthy of a round of applause. I love the sunflowers in the corners as well. Up you come. I mean, it's funny, and this is why I said it's a little bit cheeky, a little bit irreverent. I mean, we're used to seeing for the judgment card these souls coming out of their grave to meet their final judgment. So I really like the up you come, and we've got this cat with wings up here. The music for the trumpet, and all these butterflies representing the souls ascending. This is the world card, which is every wing, every hair, all at once. I guess it's a play on everything, everywhere, all at once. But okay, so we get the little symbol. Hopefully that will appear. So we get the symbol of the suit at the top. And we've got wings, pencils. You can see the pencil there. It's hard to see some of them, but anyway, you've got the little little pull out to help with this. Are we still okay for light? So we're on wings here, which is the earth suit, isn't it? Let me get this out. See, this is what I mean. Yeah, so this helps. We've got wings, words, waves and wands. So this is our wings, which is our earth suit. So, and it's got a key phrase on there as well. Beautiful little illustration. And then one single dawn, a mayfly. The things you've seen. So again, thinking of I mean, there is a balance happening here, but for me, trying to link this to RWS, which is what the basis of this deck is, this is why it's a little bit challenging for me as a tarot. It is a tarot because of its structure, but the 3, once more unto the peach, dear friends. I do love it, I really do. You are the folded corner that marks a special page. How sweet. I am a starling migrating to Shangri-La. So I'm linking that to the 5 of Pentacles. And again, it's an earth suit, but it's very focused on wings and the air. Make cake, not war. I can buy into that. Tit is what tit is. Yeah, it is what it is. Sanity is a social construct built on rules, fear, and clay pigeon poop. I guess in your heart there's a bird now. That's nice, isn't it? The kind of the heartbeat. Ah dear. The cicadas sing to soothe the shade along the nightly creep. Along his nightly creep, I should say. I pulled this one. This is the first. I've only done one card pull of this yet, just to kind of test drive it. And this is the one I got, which was Scholar of Wings. And again, I was like, well, what's that? Well, there's a pig flying over an industrial area. How is this the Page of Pentacles? And I'll tell you exactly so you get an idea of what you get in terms of an interpretation. So, Scholar of Wings says, pig. Since ancient times, pigs represent abundance, fertility, and prosperity. So that's your card interpretation for Scholar of Wings. Keyword pig. Warrior of Wings. I do really, the artwork really does appeal to me. Then out of the ether came you. How sweet. And the sage, now your eyes are painted and you can see to the edge of the page. You know your world is real. Buckle up, bitchlings. That has got to be, I'm gonna Instagram that straight after this. Oh me, oh my, I fell up to the sky. Ooh. Pat your smooth blue tum-tum, pull the seaweed from your hair and begin to remember. Isn't that beautiful? Now here you come, clutching your posies, your posy of unusual lilies. Unusual lilies. Ass above, sow below. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Love that. Ass above, sow below. Look at this pig, how its face is on sideways. I think that's how I used to draw pigs. Or any animal. Yes, confetti, no regretty. So to me, do you see what I mean about how oracle-like they are? When nothing else could, they did. And we called them weeds. Big up for the weeds. 100 chances to dance naked in the rain. Pick a chard, any chard. Tiptoe you go, and the snails leave you trails of stars. You, the cicadas, crescendo. You, the whale's song. That's a song lyric. We have woo, look, the scholar of words. Word warrior. The oracle of words says, wave your legs in the air like you just don't care at the dog-forsaken swingers club. This little frog. That's gorgeous. Back in the day, probably 25 years ago, I used to collect frogs. Frogs everywhere and frog-themed things. I'd have loved that as a painting. Sage words, it is not written until you write it. It's true. And what you write stays written. Never mind the pricks. Never mind the pricks. Oh, that's an affirmation I need to take with me through the week. Just clamber out the bog and sniff each other nicely. Once we were saplings stretching for the stars. Yep, that's certainly true. Oh, love this. Look at this. The yin and the yang, the whole, oh, panda. Even you and me are odd. Absolutely. Another lifetime away. Oh, look at this. Look at the little faces in the clouds. Nevertheless, sheep persisted. Laden with good bonbons. I'm still laughing at never mind the pricks. To bask and to bob is a full-time job. Yeah, that would take some effort. Don't sit in the nettle patch, my love. everything is going, so everything is gonna be bouquet. Scholar of waves. Got this very Japanese style art here of the waves. Warrior of waves. Little meerkat with his armbands on. The Oracle of waves. Interesting that none of the courts here have keywords for the waves. They did on the other suits. And then we have our, is that a wand? I believe that's wands. Yeah, the wand suit, our final suit. Frog. You have all the time in the world. Different world clocks, look. Wake, feel, make, repeat. Oh, everyone's an ass bucket except you. This is brilliant. A salted peanut does not grow into a giant sequoia. I forgot. I've heard this used in America before. Sequoia. I guess it could also be sequoia. Come here, baby. You are the special occasion. Look at that little hippo. Perhaps he could rescue himself. Take a chance, tiny dancer. That reminds me of an Elton John song. I love the evil eye here. Your friends in high places have waved the aces. Pretty fiasco. And the moon who saw it all said this is some wild shit. Brilliant. And then we have the scholar. The wand warrior says abracadabra. Oracle of wands. And the sage of wands. Beautiful. So that's the deck. I'm itching to know your thoughts. Do you have this deck? The quality is brilliant. It's beautiful matte cardstock. It is a tarot standard tarot size, exactly so. Cardstock is, like I said, it's a dream, really a dream. But I'm sure, let me know your thoughts, because for me, yeah, I'm going to use this as very much as an oracle. But if you've used it as a tarot deck, then let me know how you got on with it. I'd be itching to hear. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.